Hey everyone, and welcome to week 12 of the course. This week, we're sort of in the gearing up to draft phase, more accurately, the outlining phase of the course for your rough draft and then final draft of your final essay. The first thing that I included in this week's resources is the argument essay outline. This outline will show you the basic structure as indicated in the prompt and in the rubric for the final draft. If you notice, you have a brief introduction with your thesis statement. The thesis statement is the same as the working thesis statement we've been working on. You have a brief context section, and what you want to do there is just set up anything the reader needs to know about your argument. Your first reason for your stance is the first section. The second reason for your stance is the second section. You have a counter argument section where you address the other side, and then a brief conclusion to indicate that the essay is over. The second and third sources that are here in week 12 are sources that will help you with how to organize your quotes into the outline. And then once you have your quotes, how do you synthesize and integrate the sources into your actual argument? The third source is a reading from They Say, I Say that talks about the paragraph structure as well as the sentence structure of the things you're trying to do in this argument essay. If you notice in the outline, really what you're doing for each section is giving quotes from your research, explaining why that's relevant to your thesis or main point, and then adding another quote and doing that over and over in what's called the quotation sandwich. So take a look at both of those sources if you're having trouble figuring out how do you take the quotes from your research to outline form, and then once we talk about week 13 next week, we'll have sources about synthesizing those sources even further and creating that rough draft, which is due at the end of next week. Your discussion board this week is an annotated bibliography. Essentially, annotated bibliographies are organizational tools for your research for much larger papers that allow you to organize your sources and kind of plan the outline as you do your source evaluation. In this week's discussion board, you're going to pick one source that you're using for your paper and answer the following questions. What's the purpose or what are the main ideas in 3 to 4 sentences? How do you know the source is reliable in 3 to 4 sentences? And finally, how does this source fit into your paper? And that's the relevance section. Use the outline template to get even more specific about where this source fits into your paper. Does it fit into the context? The first reason, second reason, counter argument. Be as specific as you can. And again, it's an organizational tool to help you, if you do this for your other sources, to help kind of create an outline as you go. Now, this won't be a required assignment for this semester, but it's something to keep in mind as you move forward in your major classes, and if you have any future longer research papers that you have to get done. Oftentimes, a full annotated bibliography, one of these for each source, is kind of required for those larger research papers. In the meantime, please let me know if you have any questions about the outline, or if you've started an outline and want to draft, about the rough draft due a week from Sunday. If you need an office hours appointment, let me know about that. Or if you need me to review any of the materials or outline with you if you're starting to complete that, feel free to reach out. As always, I can't wait to read your discussion posts, and I'll talk to you soon.